All right, I haven't done a DontWordle for a while, so I'm gonna look at one of these again. This is just like Wordle, except you're trying not to solve it. And it seems to be a lot harder than you would think. And in fact, somebody suggested that I should start with the word enemy because this puzzle is my enemy, which I think is true. So we're gonna go with enemy, which isn't really a great start because it has some good letters in there. Okay, well, we've got the yellow N. There's no E, which is interesting. So now the trick is trying to use the N in places where it's not gonna be green. So, I don't know, I mean, N could be almost anywhere, I feel like. What would be good? What would be good? I don't know if this is a word, but Quinn wouldn't be terrible. Now, the problem is we're more likely to get the green N. But it is good to repeat letters, usually. Ooh, you know what might be good is zonks. Now, the O and the S are good, but we've got to use a vowel anyways. And that does the K and the Z. Let's try that. Okay, we found the N. Okay, well, that's all right, that's all right. There's got to be a lot of, well, there's 92 words, apparently, that have the N in the third spot. Don't use these other letters. Okay, so now we've located the N. Now, since we found the N, I feel like we could now do one that has a couple of N's, potentially. We could only do that once, assuming there's only one N in the word and we get gray on the other end, but that could be good. Something like, ooh, I was gonna say nanny, but we can't do the Y, but the triple N would be really good. Oh, Nana, that would be good. It's only 2 letters. Yeah, let's go with Nana. Oh, you're kidding me. 2 A's? 7 words left. There's probably no way we're gonna solve this now. Or not solve it. Well, I mean, it's clearly A-N-A. Because you're not gonna have A-A at the beginning. So it's something like this. What would that be? Canal, banal. One of those 2, I'm thinking. Ooh, lanai. Lanai with an AI. That's possible too. So one of those is the answer, I think. Now all 3 of those use an L. So if it's one of those 3, then we want to avoid the L. I think we have to. I don't think there's any way we can get to the end. Because I can only think of 3 words. I know there's 7, but the others are probably obscure things that I'm not going to be able to think of. All right, so we're going to have to do an undo. So we want to avoid the A as long as possible. We want to avoid the L. C and B, maybe even I. We can't avoid all of those, obviously. How about hunch? That repeats the H. The U's good. Oh, but the C, if it's canal, then we've got the C. But it'll be yellow at least. We could do 9th. Now, if it is lanai, then we're gonna get the yellow I. I don't know. The C or the I, which is... I don't know, let's go with 9th. Let's go with 9th. I feel like lanai is the less likely of those 3 to be the answer, but... Okay, so it's not lanai. I think it's gotta be canal or banal. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm in trouble. I could do... Everything I can think of uses an A or an L or even both. I mean, we could do like lunar, but it's got the A and the L. And I know the A is 4th. I think the L is gonna be at the end. Problem is, everything I can think of uses an A either 2nd or 4th. Like, some of them are, like, panda would use an A 2nd and 5th, so you'd get the yellow, or the green A 2nd. But if I do lunar, I get the green A 4th. And once I get a green A, I have to reuse it. And so I can't do lunar and panda in either order. I mean, panda is better. Because at least it doesn't get us the L, but then we've got to use 2 A's after that, which is gonna have to be second and fourth. But if I do lunar, we're gonna have the A fourth that we'll have to use, and we'll have the yellow L, which will either have to go at the end where it's gonna be green, or it'll have to be second. And if you put the L second, it's gotta have a vowel at the beginning, which would have to be another A. A-L-N-A. I don't think that's a thing. So no matter what I do, it's gonna be too limited after this. All right, I should have done another undo. Now I gotta do 2. Because we need to use the N in a different spot before we get to the third. That's the problem, is we need to do the N other places before we end up with it in the third spot. All right, well we could do something like quint, which normally I would worry about the T, but using the Q is good. But it uses 2 vowels. That's the downside there, I guess. We don't want to use 2 vowels. We could do something with a double O, maybe? Like, goons? Goons? Do I want to use the S, though? Could do something like grown. It doesn't double up the O. Yeah, let's go with that. That's okay. Grown. Okay, good, good. And now, what do we want to do? So if we do something with the N in the 4th spot, then we could do 9th on the next one, as long as we don't use the I, T, or H. So that could be good. But if we're not gonna use the I, we don't wanna use A yet, then we gotta do only U. Ooh, skunk would be good. Skunk, double K. Let's go with skunk, okay. And then we can do 9th, because at this point we'll have located the N no matter, you know, either spot that we put the N, and it lets us double up that way. Okay, we got 9th, and we got the green N. Now we just need 2 words that have N in the 3rd spot that are not canal or banal, or I think it's one of those 2, so we're gonna have to use the A now. So now we could do panda. And then we're gonna have to just do a 50-50 on canal and banal, I think. All right, I'm doing panda, and then I'm gonna do banal, because I think canal is a less obscure word. They're both, I think, certainly possible. Hopefully, is it canal? Oh, of course it's, of course. Of course! It couldn't have been canal. That would be too easy. Oh. And the other possibility was Fanal or whatever, I guess. I don't know. Never heard of it. Well, I guess this puzzle really is my enemy. So, I thought I really had it there at the end, but anyways, let me know how you do with today's Don't Wordle, and if you managed to not Wordle, and be sure to subscribe for more puzzles.